Hi, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at Transformers Studio Series, the movie, Thundercracker. Now this is the new mold for the Seekers, and I've got to say I really like it, especially how cartoon accurate it is. Now, it does come in a standard box with a nice clear window so you can see it. I do prefer that to the other boxing styles. And of course you have your instructions. Now, it is a pretty simple transformation. You may not need the instructions. I've only done this a couple times, but it's pretty easy. Now, in robot mode, I really like the way this looks from the side. It's nice and clean. There's no cockpit. It's just like not just like in the cartoon, but it looks so much more like the cartoon. Now, I have the fins. They go on the legs on the back because I think it looks cleaner and it's more cartoon accurate not having them here on the sides. So, measurement wise, real quick, let's see, we got about 6 3/4 to the top of the intakes and about 6 to the top of the head. So, nice size. Let's look at them real quick with some others here. We have thrust. Now, this is, I believe, the Earthrise War for Cybertron. I'm not positive on that. I know it's Earthrise. But you can see they're very similar heights, very similar figures as far as the basics. Now, I will say thrust is heavier. See how it looks for the Megatron. Although this is a knockoff, my real Megatron is in the mail. Same size, basically the same toy. So it stacks up well next to the others. As far as posability goes, we have the arms can go up, they can come forward. Can't go all the way around, obviously, because of the wings, but they do turn right below the shoulder. So that's really nice. We also have wrists that can go all the way around. Now, there is no hand articulation, but that's okay. So plenty of cool stuff you can do with the arms and hands. Now, as far as the waist, he does turn left and right, but he doesn't go all the way around. He can bend forward some. He can bend back, but he's going to separate, and then you've got part of the transformation has come undone. So bending him backwards, you're probably going to separate them. Now, as far as the legs, when they're facing forward, you've got pretty good mobility up. I mean, it's not great, but he can throw a little kick. He can come backwards, side to side, turn out and go side. So, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. The knee bends. Better if you bring the leg out to the side, you can lean them out. But overall, pretty good posability. They stayed together? Yeah, I got them together. So it's pretty good posability for the figure. Pretty standard posability right now, really. I don't think I covered the head. It does look up and down, turn side to side. And it's sculpted much more like, well, it's just like the cartoon, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and transform him. I think we've covered everything for robot mode. He really does look like the cartoon. I love that. Okay, so we'll take off the null rays. Now, these are painted. You can see it's clear plastic right there on where it attaches. So that is painted plastic. Probably don't want to handle that too much. I'll go ahead and pop off the back fins. Now, mine does have some slight problems. My fin for the right side, I don't know if you can see here, but it is slightly discolored from this one. If I can get them both in equal lighting here. It's just slightly discolored. And the hinge does not, when they're down, the hinge does not stay down all the way. It just sits in there a little bit off. So when you push it down, it tends to want to pop back up. And even when it is down, it doesn't stay in the right position. So I have a replacement coming. But let's go ahead and take a look at transforming this bad boy. Now, I'm an 80s kid. I turned 8 the summer of 84. I grew up with the Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Jason the Lightning League, I think it was called, Mask, Thundercats, and more. Loved the toys. Haven't really messed with any of this stuff since I was 15, so it's been 35 years. Got back into them about a month and a half ago. Got about 16 Transformers right now. While I'm not specifically going for any series or any kind of completionist or even collector value, I am collecting the ones that I like and think look cool, like this one. But I am kind of heavily checking out the Studio series and trying to keep everything kind of in the same scale right now. But I have G2s. I have stuff from, Bumblebee movie and others. So for me, it matters more that I just like them. At $44 US, I can't say that it's absolutely worth it. I think they should be a little cheaper, but I'm glad I have it. I know it's more expensive here right now than anywhere else. There's reasons for that. But anyhow, it's still worth the price if you really want it. I mean, that's always going to be the case anyway. To some people, this toy wouldn't be worth $10. To others, it's worth $60. But here in the U.S., it's $44 right now. It's January 20th, I believe. So just something to keep in mind. They are relatively expensive here in the U.S. So let's transform them. I like to go ahead and pin the legs right off the bat. Just makes it easier and more solid to hold. For the arms, the hands pop down, and then you can fold them up, and the whole assembly goes right back up. Now the whole chest is going to come free, including the cockpit. You just pull it out, and there we go, it's up. Now, go ahead and bring the nose cone out, but do not rock the head all the way back into place yet, because you're going to need this out to complete some of the transformation. And go ahead and bring the arms in. Sorry, I'm not used to doing this on camera facing people. Oops, now before you bring the arms all the way down, there's these two pieces right here that have to go up. There we go. So now we have the arms brought down. They sit in place nicely. Flip it over to the back, flip these two panels up on the back of the legs. Now, these little black pieces right here, they can be kind of stiff when you snap them back down. You are pinned at the knees, so go ahead and make sure it's broke free. Here in the back, you have this little piece. It's going to end up flipping down. If I can get it here. It's going to end up flipping down over these once they're pinned back in. Now, this assembly, you're going to see there's a little bit of movement in here. All you're doing is sliding it down. It doesn't move far. And then you repin the legs. And bring this down. And clip it right in. Now you can go ahead, take your head, angle it back so that it'll fit into this hole. Okay, before you bring this panel down into here, you have to do the head. I just found that out. So go ahead and bring the head back. Lock that into place. Chest is locked into place. So I'm just making sure everything's in good because I haven't done this one a whole lot. So with everything pinned in right now, they still have the wings and the feet. Go ahead and fold your feet up. And they can come off, so be a little careful. If they come off, they just snap back on. When you do the wings, this is a part of the transformation I really don't like as much, although it does get a little easier every time as far as how it moves. So you've got to move the wings around the arms. So you bring them around, just be careful, and they'll snap in pretty nicely. Things are coming unpegged on me. Here we go. Just make sure they get good and lined up. Re-snap your legs in if they come undone like mine just did. Now you have your tail fins. They just snap back into place here. And again, you can have these on, oops, during the transformation, but they have to get rocked back like this because they clip in over the back of the wing, kind of form the final lock. So when you put them on, make sure you put them on at a slight angle. I guess I should be looking here so I can see. So it's at a slight angle. Just push them back forward, and they'll lock in over the back of the wing. And they're locked in nicely. I fold down your tail fins. Here's where you can see mine don't quite sit the same. It's just got that weird down angle on it. And it likes to, yeah, see, pop back up on me. But overall, this is a cool looking jet. Let me go ahead and get the null rays on. It does have a far and a close attachment. I think most of us are going to be using the farther one because that is cartoon accurate. So now oops. My legs came unclipped again right here. There we go. So Thundercracker. Underneath we do have a hollow spot right here. Not the biggest fan of that, but that's okay because in jet mode he looks great other than that. And let's face it, we're not really looking at him from this position. He does have a landing gear. This is important because that keeps the paint from getting scratched up on the chest like some previous models. Get my nail in here and get it out. It does have a little catch for it so you can grab it pretty easily. Sit. So you can sit down. So you're not going to scratch the chest paint up on this one, which is great. Now in jet mode, I believe he's around 9 inches. Yeah, pretty much right at exactly 9 inches. So he's decent size. He's got the markings on the wings. The cockpit does open, which is pretty cool. Give a little, maybe a diaclone driver or something to put in there. So this is Thundercracker. I have to say, overall, I'm pretty impressed with the new mold. Oops, get back there. I do hope that we see the other Seekers soon. I'm interested to see how they're all going to turn out. Now, when you put this back into robot mode, there are a couple things to look for. Again, take your tail fins off, take off your null rays. Rock your fins back as you take them off, just so you don't push down into the wing and possibly break something. So we're back to here. Start. You're going to lift your wing up, because there's a plastic piece here that actually lifts. There you go. One of those up. You can flip your wings up. They'll clip in. Get past that arm there. Now with them clipped in, better put the landing gear up. Go ahead and fold up your piece back here. Going to go ahead and unpin your legs. And I like to go ahead and pop the chest. So everything's unpinned and loose. Pull your legs back out. And it's really, I think, more the midsection that's pulling out than the legs. Neither one moves a lot. It is one of those things that it is necessary and it does move, but in fact, let's see if I can show you here real quick. As you push it in, these up, when you're transforming it into plane mode, it doesn't, see, that's it. That's all it does right there. Then you reclip them. So it wasn't much, but it is a little bit. You want to make sure your knees are pinned back in when you stand them back up. You can go ahead and unclip the feet here. Now with this up, fold your tabs back out. And bring your arms out. Make sure that chest is back for the arms out. Maybe a little easier for you to rock it back if you bring the head out. That way you have a little more clearance room if it's not quite coming out for you. Go ahead and break the nose cone down and back. Now as you bring the chest down, you see there's a little catch on the bottom here, and it matches up down here. And you're going to bring that down and into it. If I can do this facing you. Slide the nose cone down. And then it can kind of go down and then catch into it and bring this chest back down. It'll clip in nicely. And once it's clipped in, oops, I missed on the chest. Nope, I missed again. The cockpit has to catch that little latch, and I don't always catch it. Well, doggone it, I'm having a time of it. And it is because this rocks up like this. It can rock in and down. So you can miss the catch. It's not a big deal. And then you got to bring his arms out. And the same piece just pulls down. Oops. Do I have the arm turned and not know it? No, I just missed. There we go. And of course, it'll get smoother every time. I think this is now the third time I've transformed it. Go ahead and flip your feet down. Yeah, for me, the big one is the cockpit and the chest. I have a propensity to not get them locked in good. Or at least as good as I think they should do. Because I can still end up folding them back like this a lot of times. If I get it just right, the 1 out of 2, there we go. So anyway, we have him back into robot mode. Now, the fins, again, they just clip onto the back here. And in this case, they used a close slot. And you do have the tips pointing down. This allows them to sit back here instead of on the legs. I mean, you can put them down here, but it's not cartoon accurate. It just doesn't look good, I don't think. It's one of those things that just because you can doesn't mean you should. I love that they gave us this option to have them back here and clean. Go ahead and throw his null rays back on. Again, these null rays might want to be careful with. The paint is probably likely to come off with a lot of wear because it's painted plastic. And there we have it again. Back into robot mode. I think it's a great figure. I really do. It looks good in jet mode. It looks good in robot mode. It's solid in both modes. The color is right. I don't think there's anything to complain about if you like the cartoon version, which I do. So, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It doesn't get a 10 out of 10 just because I had a couple of problems with it out of the box. And there's a couple of things about the transformation I do wish were different. But that's okay. It's still a great toy. May become a favorite. 10 out of 10, who knows? But as it stands, I think I like it better than the existing molds. Not positive. I don't mind this mold when I'm transforming it. I don't like the cockpit on the back, though. That's where this just blows it away. Because I've been giving this mold probably about an 8 out of 10. It's a good mold. It's solid. These are both solid toys. So, can't complain. I recommend checking it out if you can get it at a price you're happy with, no matter what that price is. As long as you're happy with it, that's great. It looks fabulous on the shelf. There's nothing to complain about. It's a great toy. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content, please click like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Leave me some comments and suggestions. I would love to hear from you guys. And be on the lookout. I will be doing cartoon reviews as well as movie reviews as they become appropriate in the cartoon timelines. And we're going to try and hit a couple toys a month. All right, thank you again. And until next time, keep playing. Yeah.